Alright, Big Wolf on Campus, Season 3, Episode 4. Stormy weather! It's the return of the guy who was in one episode in Season 1. It's a different character, and now he's Stormfront. So, Merton is trying to turn their crime fighting, bad guy fighting, evil fighting into a franchise. Trying to get a new member, which could include the amazing Paul, who can bend forks or spoons. Metal spoons, not anything else really. But he comes across Stormfront, who can shoot lightning from his fingers and control the weather. Too good to be true, right? Yeah. Turns out that Stormfront is not only as cooked up to be, because he is also a bad guy in a way. I guess. He starts out as just trying to be going to extreme lengths to do things. The DOD, the Defenders of Decency, which Merton is Master Maven, leader of the group, and he goes through different affectations, like being in a wheelchair with a ball cap, like Professor X, being in like a bubble fishbowl thing on his head, and then he has a cane, but it's not an affectation. He's actually using French phrases. I don't know. But he puts the team together. Stormfront is the headliner of the Big Cheese. Tommy gets the code name Dark Fang. Lori is called Ladybug. She's the only one without actual powers, but she's a kickboxer. She does more. She can do more than Merton can. Which is why he's just the one that kind of sits there. The leader, the guy in the chair, as Ned would say. But yeah, and so to get things going, Stormfront uses his lightning to set fire to the Rialto Theater and also pretend to rescue a homeless person. And then we go to the news with a news broadcaster who's not Tommy's mother. And then what to do is like, oh, we're going to see her again. No, it's some other blonde lady. So I think I can officially say now we are done seeing his parents. We haven't seen his dad since Season 1. We saw the mom once in Season 2. We haven't seen Dean yet, so he may come back. We also haven't seen TNT yet. There's a reason for that. I believe the next episode explains some things. But and I thought we would see one of the T's beforehand, but we don't. It's the next episode is the first time we see it. But anyway, so Stormfront set this up, and he's like, "Oh, hey," you're like, "Hey, you just so happen to be there," and Merton kind of just pushes it away. But then Tommy sees Stormfront light a candle in front of a woman. He's like, psh. He's like, "Oh, hey, you can set fires." Yeah. You were awful quick to get to that fire at the Rialto. You gotta be quick, Dark Fang. Tommy and Lori end up quitting. He puts together costumes that... Lori's costume is not... She'll be able to wear it in this show, let me tell you. That's why they just show it. They don't show her in it. But they both quit. And then, Tommy confronts, Stormfront. He's like, no, I didn't do anything. I think that Tommy has his suspicions. But Tommy is walking by a hungry bucket, I believe, when Stormfront uses his wind to push a baby. Tommy wolfs out to save the baby and then gets, "No, the werewolf has my baby!" And then Stormfront's like, "Darkfang, give it to me!" And the news lady comes on again and he's like, the Defenders of Decency will hunt down the Pleasantville werewolf, the evil werewolf. And I'm like, okay, that's a good point. That's a good point. What point in Merton's plan would it be that people were just going to accept that one of their protectors in the Defenders of Decency was a werewolf? The werewolf that they've seen around town Merton didn't think about that, did he? But yeah, so, Merton's like, hey, you can't go after Tommy. He's my best friend. You can't kill him. And he's like, I will challenge Darkfang to a battle to the death. He's like, Tommy would never do that. It's something crazy about that. He's like threatening his best friend. Yeah, like threatening his best friend. And so, yes, Tommy has a showdown because Merton is frozen in an ice cube. And so Tommy and Lori come to save the day. And they use the lightning to break the ice cube, and it doesn't somehow electrocute Merton. It does electrocute him, but he doesn't die from it for some reason. I don't know. TV show. And so Merton directs Tommy to make sure that the lightning goes into a socket which drains all of Stormfront's powers. And Merton apologizes, basically. He says, they're not going to mince words of whose fault it is. And I'm saying, I don't either. It's yours. And like, okay. The DOD is officially disbanded, and he calls Amazing Paul's mother. Tell Paul that Amazing Paul that DOD is officially disbanded. So, yeah, and then Stormfront is working the weather for the news in the lightning flash. So, he says we're going to have a rainstorm and lightning flashes in the back. So, does he still have his powers? Or was that just a coincidence? In any case, we never see him again. So, it's a decent episode. Didn't particularly care for it myself, but it's fine for what it is. I used to have it in my best season 3. I don't know if I would, though. It's a good one, though. I mean, it's an okay one, though, I should say. It's an okay one. Stormfront is arrogant and brash, comes on the scene, but it's fine. So we're going to keep on trucking through this weird season as we go to the next one, which is a weird one, but a good one. So, see ya.